When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I know what I'm doing wrong. I need to give you a call. I must be absurd. This life a game of dice, I throw my cash on the curb. These haters taking shots, they about to get what they deserve. I'm never biased in debates, I just don't care about what you
Welcome
learn.
back.
So hear me
Second
out when I
episode
say
of Nothing But a Word. It's your boy Delatone.
Sean Gray.
And today we will be talking about our overrated and underrated of now, not of all time, of now.
Yeah, that could be a whole hour show, but let's
Yeah.
So who's your overrated?
For overrated, I have Game and A$AP Rocky.
So tell me about Game. Why do you think he's overrated?
Well, Game, for one main reason, is I think when he was coming up in 2005, 2006 with G Unit, he capitalized on a time where there was no competition in the West Coast, and that increased his sales, which boosts his legacy, which now makes him something I think he's not. I think lyrically he's not up there with any of the greats, and in barbershop talk, and even in sometimes just regular like hip hop respect, they give him a lot of respect. I don't think is
so you feel like his projects haven't like lived up to the status that they're giving him. So you don't.
That's the weird part. I think his debut album, Documentary, and his sophomore album, Devil's Advocate, I think they both were very good albums. Documentary, great. Like a great album. However, I think that had more of the influence of G Unit's bass and their momentum.
Heavily produced by Dre too.
Yeah, like and everything. And then when he didn't have that, now he has like Documentary 2, and I think the one before that. And even when he has guest verses on people's other tracks, they're not up to par with like a legacy that some people deem as like a golden legacy, like an untouchable artist. Yeah, I don't agree with that.
I don't consider him overrated. I consider him just an artist. Like I don't think he has that overrated status because I like you might have looked at different blogs than I've had, and you delve more into the people and really listen to what they say. But I feel like his projects are legitimate projects. I feel like he has staying power. I don't really feel like he's overrated. Overrated artist to me is somebody who's propped up or inflated. I feel like he warranted the success that he does have though.
Well, no, think about it, like there was a time where Kendrick Lamar was on stage and he was crying because Game and Snoop came out and passed the torch, and I was like, Game, like with Snoop.
That is true. Like,
can we get
where's Ice Cube at?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I was like,
all
right, well, where's Cube at? Where's Dre? Like.
E40, I would have E40 up there.
Yeah, like what are we talking about here? And I was like, Game's up there with them.
I feel like E40 kind of like reinvigorated the West Coast with the hyphy movie. Yeah, no, I hate that. That is the worst outlet. So tell me about your second overrated artist.
A$AP Rocky, and it's a shame because the A$AP mob in general, I love their entire push when they came into the game, and I think that the loss of A$AP Yams is gonna decide a lot of how A$AP Rocky's career goes. I think when he came in, they were a perfect combo, almost like a Irv Gotti and Ja like combo, where they used social media and Tumblr and what's it called, Facebook to a T. Like I remember going on Tumblr and everyone had a repost of like some of the quote unquote cool stuff or trendy things that they were doing at the time, and that's how they kind of blew up. And he just headlined a tour actually with Tyler the Creator, and I was thinking like his new album came out, but it had a few good songs in there, but do we hear any of his songs? Like, I don't hear any A$AP Rocky anymore, and I was like,
I don't hear any of.
Yeah, there was a time
that one song with Drake and Kendrick.
And there's a reason.
Yeah, probably
because Drake and Kendrick is on.
Yeah, that is true.
If it was really by himself,
really
he wouldn't be on. Like, yeah. And then you think about it, it was like, there was a time where A$AP Rocky was mentioned with those, like the Drakes, the
that's true. That's true. He was part of the new school.
He was like, the I guess not the Mount Rushmores, but like the four like we're gonna bring the generation to a new like T. And I think right now A$AP Ferg is a better rapper in the group, and I think he actually stands out more as a unique artist because now we have the Travis Scotts, which I think Travis Scott is going to hurt A$AP Rocky's growth. Because now we have someone younger, someone who still has someone he's under.
He's younger?
Yeah, Travis
Scott.
He
looks older. He got the grandpa face.
He got that cocaine face. he got the I do heavy drugs on tables face. Yeah, that's what he got.
Like
I think him and A$AP Rocky's entire like style and just music in general sounds so similar, and it's gonna hurt him A$AP because he's from Harlem, so it's already hard for people to grasp onto that anyway. Travis Scott's from Houston. So his shit sounds like what it's supposed to sound like.
True.
So now we're gonna be like, all right, well I'm gonna gravitate to him then.
True. Because yeah, ASAP doesn't sound like a Harlem rapper. Like, I didn't know he was from New York for a while.
For like a year. I was like, oh, Harlem.
Yeah. So I agree to disagree on your overrated. I think they're both subpar and they don't really warrant overrated status. But for me, my overrated, I like to swing hard and swing for the fences.
All right.
So for me, my two overrated are Kendrick Lamar and Eminem. And I guess I'll start with M. Let's start with M because
Let me hear your points.
this has been a debate for the ages. Ever since Eminem first came out, I think people just based off the color of his skin. I think when you're a white rapper trying to make it in a predominantly dominated industry of African American expression, just like Elvis, they call him King of Rock. Like who's he's not my King of Rock.
Yeah.
So for me, Eminem, I just feel like M has been propped up as, and I'm not racist in all, I'm not racist at all, but I feel like he's been propped up. Basically, I think Eminem has been put to where he's at just on album sales, because I really feel like M's music is good, but it's hit or miss. I feel like he's too flaky. He'll come out with one decent album, then he come out with a horrible album, and he even apologized for his last album. I think it was Relapse. I forgot what album he came out with.
I think we'll.
Yeah, so he came out and he was like, "Yo, that was a horrible album. Sorry." He even said, "I'm gonna stop doing them dumbass voices." He was like, "I'm gonna stop doing all those gimmicks, and I'm just gonna rap."
But
for instance, let's Not Afraid. Not Afraid was one of the biggest hits. But why was it big? Like, was it really good lyrics?
I didn't really like that song.
Yeah, but that's the type of songs he always had though. Like,
so you think
Not
Eminem
Afraid
has the same effect, like the same Macklemore's effect, kind of?
I think so, really, but in a different way, because like Macklemore is propped up on gimmicks, but Macklemore can actually rap. Eminem can actually rap. One of my favorite songs of all time, "Till I Collapse." I love that song. Yeah. That's just a great, like, just where's the Eminem that was in 8 Mile?
Hold up,
give me that Eminem.
Hold up, but he can't be overrated because like he has.
Overrated. Some people put him as the #1 rapper of all time, the GOAT. They put him up there with Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, and M.
Hold up, but think about this. He at the time, like when I was talking about Game, I said he didn't have a competition at the time. He came out of left field during competition and was still able to, like, even lyrically.
But who actually challenged Eminem though? Who checked Eminem?
I mean, at the time he came out with like Jay, DMX. Like he was at a time where it was like.
But was he really operating in their playground though? Because I feel like
he was operating in Jay's.
Really?
I think him and Jay.
I feel like Jay was operating in like so. For instance, you had like New York and nobody. And the thing about Eminem was like
field.
Like yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Like I don't feel like Eminem was like in that field, like really, like really checking people, like how it was like New York. Like New York was a battlegrounds.
Well, hold on. Wouldn't that make him better? Like if he can see the field that they're doing and kind of go that distance and make your money and make your legacy doing that, and then now he started the Tyler the Creators, and not started them, but like now you're easily accepting the Tyler the Creators and stuff like that to come out. And the Hobsons, even though I hate Hobson.
So if you want to say that, he has bred he opened up a lane for a lot of weird rappers.
I do agree. I don't think I don't think he should be on the top 5 list.
Yeah, so anyway, I think he's overrated. I see a lot of people put him on the top 5, so I had to speak up about that.
Was
and
he
also,
on that new Billboard list? Not to cut you off, but on that new Billboard list, was he on the top 10?
He was on there.
He was on there. Okay.
He's on every list. That's the whole point. That's the reason why I have a problem with it, because he's on every list and no one's really like
think
debating
about this. We both named products of Dre.
Yeah, Jay's he's a kingmaker. So, but my second artist that's overrated is Kendrick. Like I said, I just feel like Kendrick is someone who also is propped up, just like how you said the Game was. But I feel like Kendrick is supposed to be the counterbalance to Drake. And I feel like when he came out with Control, I feel like he hasn't backed up Control at all. Like even Drake put it in language. He was like, I don't like they piping up your head. I don't. You're not inspirational at all. Like everybody keep calling you inspiring. Like I don't know. Like I feel like Kendrick is not his last album, Sleep Fest, to me. It was a listen through.
I disagree with
it. It was a skip. But
I disagree with that.
That's the whole point. I want you to disagree. That's good.
I don't think that's we talked about that kind of briefly before the show or whatever. I think his album was not catered to sell. And that sounds weird, but I think he literally.
But he's in a business to sell.
But hold up,
put it out as a mixtape.
But he's gonna sell no matter what.
Put it out as a mixtape, but apparently he's not.
He's doing better than a lot of artists.
Okay, that's
top
like
five.
he's doing
But
better
think
than a
about
lot
that.
of artists.
He put an album out.
Has it went platinum?
No, are we going to do that?
I'm saying has it went platinum?
It's going to. It's going to. Within the next year.
On an infinite time scale, like if you
No,
sell
like
albums
within
for
the
rest
next
of
year, it's going to.
Yeah, but,
Easily. Like,
but
and,
Drake
but
puts
think
out.
about this.
But
He
Drake
put
puts out. If you're listening to, if you're reading this,
but we talked about that. Drake put out if you're reading this is too late. One, because think about what it sounded like. It sounded like what everybody was listening to. He gave you that, got money. He think that counts as an album on the Young Money, so he can get off and do his own thing finally. And then he puts out the What a Time to Be Alive. He's building buzz up to Views from the Six. Views from the Six is gonna not sound like any of that.
yeah, but I
It's
just feel
almost
like,
the same thing with Kendrick in that album, but he did it a different way. He did what people aren't really listening to.
but what is
and made
Kendrick
that.
giving me? Is he giving me
And he
lyrics?
has two-
Is he giving me lyrics?
I think he
Is he giving me lyrics?
actually, yeah. I think he's giving
Because
you
Wale's
lyrics.
giving me lyrics.
No,
Eminem's giving me lyrics. I can get a bunch of people to give me lyrics.
I'm not gonna compare no Wale.
I'm gonna compare Wale to Kendrick.
No.
Because they're just
They're
the
two
same
different
person.
people.
One's from DC. the
I'll
District of
compare
Columbia.
Wale to Drake.
One's from.
I'm not gonna compare Wale to Kendrick
Why would you compare Wale to Drake?
because one's making love music to girl, two and four and catering girls.
But for Kendrick and Wale, if I'm having a hard time falling asleep.
So hold on, you
making
trying
a-
to tell me the song All Right, which are both on NBA and NFL.
That's cool.
Hold,
Well marketed. That still doesn't mean that like.
hold up.
it's- What?
So that's how's he overrated?
He's overrated because the fact that is he like? Do you put him on the same status as on the same stage as Drake right now?
On the same stage? Yeah, they're on the same stage, but
Really?
I think
Why?
they're on the same stage. But
Why?
I think Kendrick is
Tell me
not
why,
at,
though.
not
Tell me
at
why.
that level yet.
Tell me why. How they on the same if they're not on the same level? My stage is flat.
So hold up. All right. So Ronda Rousey and Holly Holm. We can do this. Was Holly Holm on the same stage as Ronda Rousey at the
Kendrick
time?
Lamar
At
was-
the time before that.
No.
But they were
No,
both
but-
undefeated.
okay,
Like,
but-
it's like, all right, look, I feel like they're both undefeated, but one has a way better record. It's like a way you look at it. Like if Mayweather fought another fighter who's undefeated, still Mayweather's undefeated.
But,
That's
so you're
kinda
trying,
like
to
Drake
tell me
is.
that. So
Like-
you're trying to tell me that Kendrick can unseat Drake.
Yeah.
From what we have
Hold
seen
up,
so
you know
far from
what?
this album.
Yes.
Because this is the lane
Yes, I-
he's choosing.
I do.
He's
because-
not going to correct.
No. I do think he's going to cross back over. One because was it Terrace Martin just came out, one of the producers on his album. He recently just said they're going to probably go back into the direction of the debut album because he just wanted to test the waters.
He was like, yo,
with
this
that.
that's basically
No,
AKA,
he
this
wanted-
shit was trash.
No, he wanted to test the waters.
We
Doing
want to
something
sweep
different.
this under the rug.
And then hold up, now he has those conscious rappers who like conscious fans who are like, yo, we need more of this. He gave y'all that. Now he's coming back from what he did.
he
in the
gave him
debut
that.
album.
They didn't support.
They did support. Hold up, the articles that you read, which people were leaving, that was a Powerhouse circuit. I've been to Powerhouse. That's like a 7-hour concert, and you have him going at 12:30 or 1 in New York. Yeah, I'm leaving before Future on a Thursday. Are you like that? I'm not staying there for 7-8 hours.
I just feel like Kendrick music is not on. I just feel like he really was a letdown. This album was a really letdown. So if you want to put in Section 80, you want to put in Good Kid, Mad City, then you want to put in. See, I can't even think of what was the name of his album. That's how I feel about
The
it.
Pimp a Butterfly.
Oh, the Pimp a Butterfly. That's what it's called. It's, I don't know what it's called. It's the Trick of a Man. That's what it should have been called. But yeah, I feel like bam, it went down. He went down a couple pegs off that.
I think
if he came out with Fire, I would have said, yo, he's on par with that. Like we need, like the music industry suffers if we don't have a balance. And I feel like no one's there because basically it's every round we have a person who's more commercial.
Right.
We have a lyricist. We have
And he's
Drake.
the-
Drake is the more commercial person.
Would you
just
say,
like
would you
Jay-Z
say
was.
Nas was on Jay-Z's level?
Oh yeah. He came out with Ether, just killed Jay-Z. Really? Nas
killed
wasn't on
Jay-Z?
Jay-Z. Yeah, he killed Jay-Z. Ether killed. Like,
I'm one of the guys that think Takeover was actually like not if not on the same level as Ether.
oh, it was on the same level. He just etched him out slightly just because he threw more words at him. He beat him on words, like word count.
I do the look at the legacy thing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
think
that's
after
what I'm
that-
saying. But if you just freeze and just look at that frame isolated, Nas won.
Well,
It's
hold up.
hands down.
So if let's do that. Say they actually got into a battle. Who's winning, Kendrick or Drake?
Drake.
Because what you see from Meek.
No, because Drake is going to give you that takeover thing. He's going to have the legacy. He's going to have that.
But you just said either one.
What are you talking about?
I think
Oh, either
Kendrick-
so you want to just look at
like
so
if we're gonna
song
put
for
Kendrick as a
song, blow for blow.
Nas, yeah, like then
And that, I would still think that Drake would win. Honestly, I just can't see Kendrick giving me a fire, flame diss. I just really can't see it. I feel like he's going to throw a bunch of subliminals and just rap really nicely, but he's not going to just throw. He's not going to go direct. Drake went direct. He went directly at him, and so I don't feel like I feel like Drake will win in a battle. I think Drake could really rap. Like you keep playing, but Drake can actually really rap. So if Kendrick's going to really rap, Drake
I know that
rap.
though. I know Drake can really rap, but
Because people thought Meek Mill was more. People thought Meek Mill was a better lyricist than Drake.
I wasn't one of them. I did not think.
Okay, so tell me about your underrated.
Underrated. Sitting there thinking about the something. Let me go to the.
So my underrated.
My
two underrated people are people that I love to listen to, and they're pretty much kind of like swept under the rug. My first one is Childish Gambino.
I agree 100%.
I love his music. I've listened to him ever since the cul-de-sac. Ever since he was like really trying to get on and making a funny rap, like Childish Gambino puts out like just classic song, Freaks and Geeks, just like his
whole
mixtapes,
royalty album,
the whole royalty mixtape, his EP or whatever you want to call that small album. What was that small Kauai?
Yeah,
that was awesome. Like he's just an artist, and I feel like he needs more recognition. I feel like he's going to get it, but he's not even mentioned in anybody's top anything, and it's sad because he's a real artist. He can sing the hook, make the beat.
He doesn't get respect because he acts.
Yeah, it's a shame. But Drake acted too.
Drake acted, and now he doesn't do it.
But yeah, Childish Gambino still acts.
He still does it. And
it's a shame that you gotta like. It's a shame that you gotta like.
Can't
pick
make money
one.
in different. Yeah,
you gotta pick one. Like they want to put you in a box, and like I love artists that are outside of the box. So just for the sake of time, my second artist is Mike Shinoda. I love Mike Shinoda's music.
Older.
I'm a big Fort Minor. Huh?
It's an older artist.
Well, he hasn't put out music since
I do love.
Yeah, Fort Minor album came out 2005, I think.
It's a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. He because he went back because you understand that he was with Linkin Park and people were like, where's the Linkin Park music? Linkin Park was way bigger than Fort Minor. He did that when they basically broke up or when they took a hiatus or took a break because Linkin Park was knocking it out the park, like selling out stadiums and everything.
Yeah.
But I love Mike Shinoda. I feel like he's a real rap. Like if you go to a cipher, I'm putting Mike Shinoda in there.
Oh, okay.
Because I feel like he's gonna give you bars. He's gonna give you real like stuff he rapped about like Japanese internment camps, Kenji, classic songs. Remember the Name. That's a classic song to me.
Yeah.
I feel like you can play him anywhere. Yeah, I feel like you can put him anywhere and he's gonna rap. And even on the Linkin Park songs, like Numb, like he made those songs for me. I listened to Linkin Park for Mike Shinoda. I was like, yo, enough of the screaming. Get that screaming dude off. Let's just get Mike Shinoda rapping on. Yeah, let's just get Mike Shinoda rapping on. So those are my two underrated artists. So who's your
for my underrated? I think to start, Run the Jewels. It's what you said, the two rappers, whatever. Yeah, however, as an entity, LP and Killer Mike, they had a Run the Jewels 2 came out.
How long has Killer Mike been out?
Yeah, Killer Mike's been out for same as LP. He's been out for a minute.
I was trying to say, how can he still be underrated when they be like out for like decades now?
Yeah. But when they got together as a group, they started making different music, and they're signed to Mass Appeal, which is like a indie style label. Mm-hmm. But then they brought out Run the Jewels 2, and it was like critically acclaimed. Like everybody, you should look that up as well. Rolling Stone, I believe Pitchfork, and even like Billboard had marked their album at 2014 as the best rap album of the year.
You want to say? I feel like people did that to my Twisted Dark Fantasy too, and that didn't get a lot of praise. I feel like a lot of Rolling Stone made that like their best album of the year. So I feel like that's happening a lot of rap albums where they're being quoted as the best and then they don't win no Grammys.
And it's crazy though. I think they don't even get talked about.
Yeah.
But Charlemagne actually brought it up, like Run the Jewels. Like he was like, "Yo, that's what I play, like in my car." And I was like, "Well, that's crazy. They should play it more." Like, and then he was like, I mean, like, well, he was just like talking about Run the Jewels or whatever. And I was like, you know what? They're really dope. And I think my other underrated is Chance the Rapper.
And why so?
Chance the Rapper, even though he's young and I feel like he's gonna blossom into what he can be, I think I've seen the ASAP Rockies and those style of like movements where they have like an individual like blow up movement, and he's done that but didn't sign to a major label, so you don't hear him a lot. However, he's sold out in every tour date he's had, which I tried to buy tickets. He even sold out the $150 tickets. And I'm thinking, like, if a person can do that, he won one of Chicago's Best People Awards, something like that, from the Chicago area. He does like open mic for Chicago, where he brought out I believe R. Kelly, Common, like he's known around the industry as like such a good person. He got on Hot 97 recently, and I was like, yo, like even Ebro to a point was like, yo, like we should probably play his music more. Like they were confused to a point like, yo, like we don't play him. And I was like, you know, he's really underrated. Like in a place where we're looking for a lot of like individual artists and unique capabilities and ability, he has it, but he doesn't get the shine. Probably because he's not signed to a major label. I think he's very underrated.
So there you have it. Those are our two or four each of our overrated and underrated artists. Where can people reach you at?
You can reach me on Twitter and every social media actually at Delatone22.
And you can reach me at Mr. Gray on Instagram. I'm not too much on the social media websites, but I'm
just at me if you want to say something.
Yeah, basically. So we're going to try to set up something where we can have some type of user feedback, some listener feedback.
You will get that soon.
We definitely want to hear your feedback on who you're overrated, underrated. You can tell us that we're crazy. You can tell us that we don't know what we're talking about. We should stop the show, but we definitely want that feedback, and we definitely want to hear what you have to say.
And I'll probably school you on why you're wrong, and he already knows you're wrong, so you can say it, but it's probably stupid. Like, share, and comment everything that you see here. It's a set trip. Oh yeah, what are you listening to right now?
Right now, like I told you, I went back to that the Pusha T album. I feel like his My Name was a classic album. Talk about underrated. I feel like Pusha T really is. I should have put him on my list.
Yeah,
but that's My Name. Yeah, My Name is My Name. Pusha T really has bars.
With that Untouchable song that just came out too, it's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what I'm listening to. What you listening to?
Freddie Gibbs, Shadow of a Doubt. It just came out. Go support that. Go buy that. And Grande Marshall, my brother's keeper. Go cop that. We will see y'all next time on Nothing But a Word.
Peace.
So hear me out when I say every day's a good day, cause it ain't nothing but a word.